So you're considering a move to North Idaho and you're looking for that perfect spot where you can live, work, and play. Well, in today's video, I might have found that spot for you. We're gonna check out Millworks in Post Falls and other parts of downtown Post Falls that are on the south side of Interstate 90, adjacent to the Spokane River. Really cool area. Let's go check it out right now. Hey guys, our team gets calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you trying to learn more about North Idaho. So hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell. That way you can stay up to date on all of our latest content. And if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. We would love to help you make that smooth move right here to North Idaho. I am standing here at Millworks. This is in Post Falls. I'm south of Interstate 90. This road behind me is 4th Ave. And that road back there, cutting north-south, is Idaho. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we're located right now. Spokane River is that direction. Here, let me pan that way. Okay, see those mountains right there? The base of those mountains is the Spokane River. That's kind of the area that we're at right now. So this is a really cool redevelopment project. It's a 50-acre project on the old Idaho veneer site. Conveniently located next to the Centennial Trail. We're close to the river, we're close to I-90. This is a mixed use community. So you've got commercial, you've got residential, some apartments, condos, townhomes, things like that. And there's going to be a hotel, there's a coffee shop, bookstore, lots of cool stuff right here. I'm going to show you some of the stuff in this video and kind of give you the lay of the land. Then we're going to jump over to Spokane Street by the Spokane River in Post Falls, and I'll show you some new development projects that are going to be happening over there. So lots of cool stuff going on here. Definitely want to check it out. Stick around to the very end and let's keep moving on. The goal with this new project is to alleviate some of the stress on the prairie side of Post Falls and all the development going on up in there. With this mixed-use development, they're blending commercial space and residential living. Traffic's being taken away from traveling across all those farm fields on the north side and centralized into a desirable downtown location in Post Falls. So you've got, restaurants coming in, there's a fitness center right there, hotel across the street, condos, all of that. The plan is to have this little area that you can live, work, and play in. It's all walkable, but it looks beautiful. It's all very nice architecture. Should be a cool thing once it's done. Like I said, it's a 50 acres, so it's a pretty big chunk of land as well. So you've got 7 commercial suites on street level inside this development with apartments above. You've got Shift Fitness over there. We just walked by that. One of the cooler features, Kindred and Co bookstore and bistro over that way. That's a beautiful bookstore. I was in there the other day. We'll get a little video of that too. Nice bistro, cool spot for sure. Good place to hang out. Some of these other commercial spaces, you're gonna have potentially bakeries, breweries, restaurants, grocery stores, marketplace. So pretty cool. There are no short-term rental options here in Millworks, so they are trying to keep it that if you buy the home, you have to live in the home. There's gonna be 61 townhome style condos. So no investors in this area. That's kind of cool. I think they're trying to keep it homey and have that nice community feel right here. That big structure behind me that looks like a water tower or grain silo is actually called Hog Silo. Any history buffs out there, please try to figure out where that came from, because I don't know where that name came from. I did find it online, of course, so it must be true. But that is where they used to store sawdust, which they used to fire the furnaces to make steam used in the building for the old mill. So that steam was probably used to power some of the equipment, maybe for heat, things like that. So that actually contained sawdust, and it was used for that purpose. So pretty cool little fact for you. Now below that, and this area behind me that's all gravel, that is Millworks Silo Block North. The buildings that are going to go in around there are going to have kind of a modern industrial design. Very beautiful. I saw some renderings online and super cool looking buildings. It's going to be mixed use buildings with, once again, commercial, residential, and underground parking with an emphasis on outdoor seating and patio space, especially down the Idaho road frontage, which is that road that runs north-south. So the concept so far is to develop a small amphitheater outdoor space with that hog silo kind of as the central piece in that. It's going to be really cool looking. If you look at the pictures, we'll drop a link in the notes down below so you guys can check that out as well. That big building behind me there is North Yards. That's currently under construction and it is adjacent to Kindred and Co. as you can see right here on 4th Ave. At street level, there's going to be 8,500 square feet of commercial space for at least 5 new stores. And floors 2 to 4 will consist of residential units and amenities. There's going to be parking underneath on the other side over there as well. Right across from the street, right here behind me, are the high-end townhomes. You've got Garden, Vista, and Urban series. So these townhomes have high-end finishes. You've got a couple of options in here. You got a 3-bed, 3-bath that starts around $725,000, and then a 3-bed, 2.5 bath that is at $498,000. So a couple of different sizes here in the Timberworks townhomes, which are right across from that building I just showed you. Now over here, past this building in that dirt lot, that's going to be a Hyatt, and I believe it has a 151 room hotel, 4 stories, street level lounge, restaurant, conference rooms, and bar. So all of that right here on 4th Avenue. There's going to be a lot of foot traffic in this area, a lot of businesses coming in here, which is cool. I know some people will hate that, of course, but that is the price of progress, and I think it'll be a nice little community here. Definitely a good place to come hang out, go to the bookstore, grab a coffee, stroll around the open plaza down there by the hog silo, and enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Possibly the thing that I am most excited about regarding all this new development here in Post Falls is getting a new food truck court. That lot right across the street behind me there is going to be called Eats on Spokane Street. It'll feature a 30 by 50 shed roof pavilion with roll-up doors that will host 2 restaurant tenants, indoor dining space and restrooms. The tenants that will be in the building are Melfit Healthy Kitchen and Nachos Cantina. You had me at Nachos, good to go. Also 8 food trucks will be in that area. I think these things are super cool. There's one up on Prairie in Hayden, and it's a great place to go and bring the family because everyone can pick out exactly what they want to eat, and there's no fighting. So having that here in Post Falls is going to be a huge benefit to the community. They're also going to host events, live music, movie nights, cornhole tournaments, etc., etc. The outdoor area will also offer concrete patio space for additional seating and some fire pits. It should be a pretty cool venue year-round, and it's right next to Post Falls Brewing Company. They're behind me. Check that out. That is a great place to grab a beer. They've got the roll-up doors there too, so in the summertime or the weather's nice, like maybe right now, you can sit out there, have a beer, and roll up those doors and enjoy the outdoor experience. There's a lot going on in this area right here. So this is going to be, or is called, the Landing at Post Falls. We are right across the street from Post Falls Brewing Company on Spokane Street. The Spokane River is right there on the other side of that hill down behind by these condos. And this area, it's, 33 acres. There's going to be a ton of development, at least 548 additional residential units and 46,000 square feet of office and commercial space are planned at this site right here. As far as build time, I don't know. Maybe some of these things will take a long time, maybe not sure. But this open space here will be gone, and hopefully they'll do it right and it'll look really good. It will provide a lot of housing, which is good. They're trying to alleviate some of that pressure, that housing pressure up on the prairie, and provide options for those that maybe can't afford some of the other housing options here in town. I'm not saying it's low cost housing, I'm just saying it gives other options as far as you can have some more rental units, things like that. So a 4-story, 15,000 square foot commercial building is planned fronting Spokane Street with a 3-story, 110 unit apartment building behind it. That's gonna go kind of right behind me right here. There's also gonna be a 7-building development with mixed uses and a total of 168 units, and that is going to be on McReynolds. McReynolds is, kind of just to the side of that yellow building. It runs right in front of that yellow orangey building right there and curves up that way. So that area here is going to be all kinds of housing and commercial space. First Street is right there by Post Falls Brewing Company. And along First Street, there's 10 acres of land that will be developed, and it's going to be mixed use site with a total of 270 living units. That was over here. Along First Street, 49 townhouses are planned, and First and Henry, which Henry's just a few streets down to the east, That will be another 4-story office building consisting of 7,000 square feet. There's another building going over there. Oh my goodness, it's just like nonstop. So this whole area is going to be pretty developed. Lots of traffic, I imagine, but hopefully a lot of it will be walkable and you'll have all these restaurant options. There are a few other businesses here, dermatologists, things like that. There's a dentist over here. Kind of cool. Let me take you for a quick stroll so you can see where Quinlan Park is. That's Quinlan Park. So that is a huge public park with swimming access. There's hiking trails back in there in the woods. There's some really good rock climbing in there, mountain biking, things like that. Great place in the summertime. It is packed in the summer. So theoretically, you could park over there, spend the day, walk across the bridge, easy little short walk, Post Falls Brewing Company, hit the food truck court, whatever else, it's all right here. Kind of a cool idea. One more thing that's going in down there, you can't quite see it from here, but just over that little hill right there, Avista, which is the utility company out here, and the city of Post Falls have partnered to build a new park along the Spokane River in the landing area. So it's right over there, kind of by the dam. That's where the dam is that the Lake Coeur d'Alene runs down the Spokane River. There's the dam that controls the height of the lake right there. That park will have a plaza with synthetic turf amphitheater, seating for up to 165 people, and a small stage. So it could be a cool spot. Couple of things to note here. There are some other great restaurants that are established that are very close by. A few of them are just across Interstate 90 up Spokane Street here and on the way. So Rogers Burgers is right up here before you hit the Spokane Street or I-90. Cool spot, great spot to grab a quick burger. Sawmill Grill is that brown building right there. That's a great restaurant, good spot to pop in, good atmosphere, good food. They've got a bar. We already talked about Post Falls Brewing Company. Republic Kitchen and Tap House is up on 4th Ave on the way to Millworks. Millworks is like a half mile from here, so we're all very close. Republic is a really cool old building. I mean, really old, like 100-year-old building, great little restaurant. And then you've got across, staying on Spokane Street across 90, on the other side of 90, just over there, you've got the Bunker Bar and Bunker Burger. That is a veteran-owned business. Great little bar, cool vibes, good burgers too. And just past that, you got the White House Grill and the Oval Office, both restaurants over there. Oval Office is being rebuilt currently because it burned down. And then right across the street from that, you got Terra Coffee. That is a local coffee chain. They're super good. They've got good breakfast sandwiches. So my point being, there's a lot of options right here, which is pretty cool. So if you live in Post Falls, you spend a lot of time here like I do, then it is nice to be able to pop over here, grab a bite to eat, grab a beer, whatever. It's all right here in Post Falls. Hey, thank you guys for joining me on this tour of Millworks and the landings in Post Falls. We're in downtown Post Falls, south of I-90, right next to the Spokane River and that whole area right off of Spokane Street. So cool area, lots going on here. We'll see how it turns out. They're doing a pretty good job so far as making it a beautiful architecture, very walkable, and lots of good restaurant options and commercial space being utilized well, plus tons of housing. So far it looks good. Hopefully it stays that way, but this area is pretty cool. So guys, if you are looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. We'd love to help you make that smooth move. Maybe here, maybe somewhere else in North Idaho. We got you covered.